Hello, I'm
Here.
Today I'm going to show you how to work with automation in FL Studio. Alright, now that we're loaded up in FL Studio, let's see what kind of damage we can do with automation. There are several ways you can automate parameters in FL Studio, but I'm going to show you my two favorite methods. First, we have automation clips. These are very easy to create and modify and are great for creating complex movement in time with a pattern. To create an automation clip, right-click on the knob you want to automate and select Create Automation Clip. When you do, you'll end up with something that looks like this. To edit the clip, right-click somewhere along the line and you'll create a new node. To change the type of point, right-click on it again and you can select the type of curve you'd like it to have. Currently I have all these set to wave. To change the frequency of the wave, grab the handle in the middle and drag it up or down. At the moment, this clip is automating the cutoff frequency on a low-pass filter for the default patch and harmor. I'll play it for you so you can hear what that sounds like. As you can see, this knob moves in time with the automation created in this clip. Many of the sounds I use come from samples I've created, so these sounds don't have the luxury of being modified by an LFO like you would find in many conventional synthesizers. I'll play these two sounds so you can hear what they sound like dry. The first one is a whistle. The second one is a piece of PVC pipe. Currently, under the Function tab, I have the arpeggiator turned on. I've combined both of these sounds into a layer so I can play them both a little more easily. I'm going to disable the harmor pattern and enable a pattern I created for this layer. Here's what they sound like. As you can hear, left alone, these sounds can be flat, and I don't want that. I want these sounds to have a little evolution over time to give them some character. On each of the mixer tracks for these sounds, I've loaded in both a Fruity filter and a Fruity formula controller. Currently, the whistle is set to a low-pass filter, and the PVC pipe is set to a bandpass. On both of these filters, I want to automate the cutoff frequency so they continually move over time. This is where the formula controller comes in. The formula controller can be set to do a wide range of things, but for now I just want to create a tempo synced sine wave. Fortunately, we don't have to write this code from scratch. Right-click on the preset selector and select Basic Sine LFO. As we can see, the formula to create a tempo synced sine LFO has been created for us. The A parameter controls base level. The base level is going to be the midpoint of our sine wave. The B controls the range or amplitude of the sine wave. C controls tempo, but I typically don't use it. If I want to change the tempo, I will usually change the formula. The default setting for the tempo is going to be a little fast for my use, so for the whistle, I'm going to replace this 2 with a 1 and hit enter to compile that formula. For the PVC pipe, I'm going to remove the multiplied by 2 and divide by 6. That will lengthen the frequency of our sine wave output considerably. Now, to connect the filters to the formula controllers, we right-click on the cutoff frequency knob and select Link to Controller. From this window, we can select the formula controllers and click Accept. Now that we have our automation enabled and connected to our controls, let's see what it sounds like. Alright, those are swinging pretty far, and that's because the B parameter is set all the way up on our formula controllers. For these sounds, I want a little bit more shallow movement, so I'm going to make some changes. Now let's hear what that sounds like. Yeah, I think that's much improved. Now you may be thinking, that seems simple enough, and I can set that up using an automation clip. And you're right, you absolutely can. However, Formula Controller can be used to do some interesting and complex things that would be maybe a little bit more difficult to do with an automation clip. I'll show you what I mean. I've set both my sounds to be routed to a mixed channel. On this channel, I've placed Effector, which is set to the lo-fi setting, and I've dropped in Formula Controller with a random setting, specifically the tempo synced randomness or the synchronized randomness. Both the X and Y parameters of Effector have been linked to this controller. Let's see what that sounds like. That's really nice. That gives our sound a little bit more of a glitchy electronic feel. A little bit of a drum beat behind that, and that could be really nice. I hope this information's been helpful. Subscribe to my channel and stay up to date with all the new videos I post. And click here to check out my SoundCloud. Thanks for watching.